Okay, so I have already completed here. So we have already plotted the three principal views coming from this reference. Okay, plus in order for you to see the actual preview, you can actually turn off, okay, the projection lines that you have used. Okay, and then I have another projection line here. Okay, so let's check. Okay, so let's turn this off. Okay, projections. Okay, and then I'll turn this off also. Okay, so as you can see, you already have a clear view of your principal views, top view, front view, right side view, together with the dimensions and text, including the cutting line. Now, by the way, this is how you will be illustrating the cutting line. So I'll just remove this first. Okay, from the reference class, you have a cutting line passing through center. So you turn on your cutting line, okay, and then I want you to create a line passing through from the center. So create a line from here, okay, center. Then be sure that F8 is turned on, and then extend it, okay, on this area. And then I want you to illustrate free draw, okay, line, okay, vertical, and a diagonal. Be sure that it's turned off. Okay, I mean the F8 is turned off when you create this. And then on this side, I want you to create a vertical line. Okay, a vertical. Okay, and then I want you to create a circle with a diameter of 10. Okay, and then move it. Okay, and then you have your reference for the cutting line. And then for the arrowhead, you can actually create your arrowhead also by just creating a line passing through center. Okay, center. And then another line from center, vertical. Okay, be sure you turn on your F8. And then another line connecting these two. Okay, maybe we can adjust this. I'll move it. Okay, touching quadrant perpendicular of the circle, and then mirror it on the other side. Okay, mirror it, and then fillet. Radius is 0. Okay, so that you can connect this set of lines. Okay, and then I'll remove this and then trim this also. So this will be our reference cutting line class. So since this is again not visible, okay, so you go back here and then change the line type scale, say for example 50, to make it more visible, or say for example I'll just use 30 to make the gaps smaller. Okay, so this is our cutting line already. So in three-dimensional drawing, okay, as you can see, you have a cutting line passing through top view and front views. Now to convert it into 2D, this is how it looks. Okay, now if you will be splicing this, okay, dividing this into two, cutting it from the center, the arrowhead represents the orientation to which you are going to preview your object. Now I have already exploded this and come up with the isometric drawing, or the 3D view. I'll just turn it on, yung section view, and then you came up with this view. Okay, so since the arrowhead is directed going on this direction, meaning to say this is the area wherein you will be previewing your um, section view. Now, based on the readings that I gave you, a section view plays an important role, okay, in an illustration, because this identifies the make of the object. Okay, so the make of the object in representation for AutoCAD is we perform or come up with the hatch. Okay, but first we need to convert this very same figure to two-dimensional view. So meaning to say, I'll just turn on my layer 1. Okay, so I need the area in terms of the length and the height of the object. So rectangle again. Okay, so I'll create at 100 comma 100, which is the area of our rectangle with reference to this face and this face also. Okay, So next, we have here the opening. So the opening, say for example, since this is on center, I'll just create a marking on center and then offset it. If the opening is 50, so I'll offset it at 25. Okay, so erasing this, and then I'll change this to L2 already. Now why L2? Now as you can see, hidden lines are only used in order to represent part of an illustration which is behind a face of an object. Okay, now since we have already spliced it or cut this down into two, okay, exposing the visible side, okay, on this area, meaning to say we now use the continuous lines as a representation of the line visibility. Okay, and then we go to hatch, okay, and then perform BH, okay, and then select ANSI 32, and then I'll apply ANSI 32 here and here. So as you can see, hatch is not viewable. So this helps also, properties helps also in terms of, as you can see, the active layer is hatch, the pattern is ANSI 32, and then for the scale, you can actually change the scale there for let's say for example 50. For me, I'll just make use of 30, okay, to make the hatch distance more um, um, tight. Okay, so we have here a representation of our section view, which you can insert here, okay, on our uh, orthographic views. Okay, now you can only perform this in case if I will be asking you to come up with a section view. But if ever I will be asking you to come up with only with the three principal views, you will be only plotting the top view, front view, and the right side view. Now I'll just turn on the projections. Okay, so I'll just turn on the projection lines class that I used. Okay, and then here I created a vertical reference of insertion point and a horizontal reference for insertion point of your illustration, okay, for the section view. So I'll be moving this here, okay, specify base point here, and then attach it, okay, on the intersecting point, okay, that I created here. Okay, so which will be the location of your section view. Okay, and then I'll turn off the projection lines again. Okay, and then I'll come up with okay, and then I'll come up with a working title of also for the be sure that your snap is on, or OSLAP, and and F8. And then I have here section view. Okay, so I'll just arrange this accordingly, and then you have your complete set of orthographic and section view. So you will be applying this type of setup on your exercise B2 and B3. Okay, so moving on with our next demo lecture. Please take note of what we did here is best applied on our set B exercises.